Yeah, so my name is Emily, and my husband and we have been involved in Atomy for about 1.5 years now, and it has been fantastic. However, I'm I was skeptical on the products and everything as a whole, but with guidance from our sir, we decided to start with like the basic products that we already used in our home. And one of those first products that I decided to purchase and try out was the dishwashing, Atomy dishwashing liquid. And although I told Mitch, because at that time we used Dawn dish soap here in the US for literally like everything. And I was like, nothing is going to let me stray from using Dawn. And then we decided to buy this and try it out. And what's great about the Atomy dishwashing liquid is that it is in the top of 3 classes. So I admit I didn't know that there was different kinds of classes for dishwashing liquid itself. I knew there's a bunch of products that places like restaurants and food manufacturing things use specifically for their equipment, but I didn't realize there were specific classes. So the bottom class of that is typically cleaners that are used for cleaning the equipment, manufacturing food, machinery processing. And then the common one that we all think about is cleaning agents that restaurants use. So when they're cleaning all their silverware, their plates, cooking utensils, their cooking surfaces is called a class 2 agent. And then a class 1 agent is the dishwashing liquid. And that means it's safe enough to do all of the above, plus it's safe enough for washing fruits and vegetables. And that is what the Atomy dishwashing is. And since we have started using this, we use it for absolutely everything. Question that we had that we get asked commonly is like, well, how does it compare? How does it compare to all my other cleaning products, or how well does it clean, but also cost wise too? So I'm going to go through a bunch of different uses that we ourselves use this dishwashing liquid for. And then I have the prices of common ones that we use prior to that, and a lot of people that we know still use. But I also wanted to include, I have some price currency listed here for Singapore and Indonesia too. So that might help you guys understand like the pricing difference. First one here is the Dawn dish liquid. So we use that. We also use it for multi-purpose for like all of our counters. Counters in the kitchen, counters in the bathroom, our like bookshelves or bookcases. We also use it for like washing our stainless steel appliances, so refrigerator, dishwasher, sink, and as well as our oven. So, and the inside of our oven too. So here I have pictures of like the before picture of our oven, and that was kind of stuck, things that have been stuck on for about 3 years. And the second picture, excuse me, is the Atomy dish detergent that we have dissolved or mixed in with a spray bottle, just regular water. And so I spray that on that stain and I let that sit for about an hour. And you can kind of see like some of the grime moving off of that stain there. So it's cutting through that grease pretty well. And then I use the Atomy stainless steel scrubber to really get in and tackle that stain. And here is the after of me scrubbing through everything as much as I could. And one thing I really like with the Atomy is it working so well in the oven is because I never like to use like the auto clean function on our oven or even using those spray like oven cleaner sprays that you can get because right on the can they say do not use on heating elements. And that just doesn't seem very safe. Like if you're using it to clean your oven, it's chances of spraying it on there and not getting anything on a cleaning element and just trying to make sure you wipe it off really well. It's just a hassle. So knowing that you can use the Atomy dish liquid to do the same exact thing and better, I'm absolutely going to choose to do that. So next here, we've used it to clean our carpet and like other upholstery. And we mix it as we would like putting any kind of cleaner in our shampooer. Because got to remember it is very concentrated. And also clean like spot cleaning floors or even like mopping our flooring. Like we have hardwood floor in our whole house, and it's just really easy to use our mop or Swiffer and just kind of get where we need to. It also works very well as a spot treatment for laundry. We've spot treated stains that have been kind of stuck there for a little while, and just letting it sit even just for a couple of minutes before we either just wipe that area or throw it in the laundry. It's worked fantastic. Big thing that we use it for is probably our second or third most common use that we use it for is glass and like windows. So we use it on the interior of our home for windows. We've used it on the exterior. Works really great for mirrors and as well as glass like in our shower too. And then again, like with the shower, like we also use it for, we have like stone in our shower and on like the faucets and everything. And it works really well against any kind of calcium buildup or grime from like soap. We've also used it to spot treat or spot clean areas on our walls. We're in the process of selling our home. And so we're needing to keep everything pretty clean as much as possible and like clean things that maybe we didn't think of cleaning before. And so we're using it a whole lot more lately over the last few months. And walls is one of those things. And then lastly, or not lastly, but kind of going in with the oven, we also use it on our glass cooktop on top of the oven as well. And it works really well for getting any like stick on food or spots from like water boiling over. Mitch has also used it for washing the exterior of our house. And he put the cleaner in our pressure washer. And here's a picture of the difference that it made. And it is very drastic. Before, like our front of our house is facing a bunch of trees that the wind just kind of brings all the pollen, likes to coat our house in the spring. And he gave it a wash. And even this spring, there's not as much pollen that's stuck on the front of the house by any means. And then lastly here is our fruits and vegetables. So using it for washing fruits and vegetables is actually one of the first things that we did. And I'll show you some pictures here in a sec. One thing that I can't stress enough and that we tell everybody about the dish detergent is that it is 98% plant-based. And so it's safe for your pets and your kids. So it's really nice to be able to use it for so many different purposes and not needing to worry about your kids or your pets. Especially like if you're using it to clean off like your kids' high chair tray, like, or using it to clean their toys that are just going to be putting in their mouth again. You don't have to worry about making sure you rinse them really good as if you were to soak them in bleach, like I know some parents do. The first fruit that we used for using the dish liquid on was washing some strawberries. So this is before soaking. And then I put them in the glass container and only soaked them for about 3 minutes or so. And in this picture, you can see all like the dirt and everything that came off of the strawberries in that time. And these were store-bought strawberries as well. And you can just see the change in color of the water. And then this was after. Since using it for washing our fruits and veggies a lot more frequently, pretty much on everything that we can, one thing we have noticed too is that even though we store our things in glass containers, it also seems to help them stay fresher longer and not spoil as quickly as they used to. So now the thing is like, so what's the cost? So here in America, one bottle of dish liquid is $12. And typically, like one bottle, I would say lasts everybody on average like 1 to 3 months, depending on how frequently you use it and all the different purposes that you might use it. So prior to us being in the process of listing our house and selling it and cleaning excessively, I'd say we probably went through maybe a bottle every 2 months on average before. Now it's closer to maybe a bottle per month. But even so with that, it's thinking about your average 3 month supply can anywhere be from like $12 to $36, depending on how many bottles you might use. In a 6 month time frame, you could be looking at like $36 to maybe $72. But overall, like, and then assume like all the different cleaners that I previously mentioned, if all of those were to last you anywhere from 3 to 6 months, the cost of all those cleaners, so just one of each, total of 3 to 6 months, that puts you back about $103. So it's really eye-opening, like putting it in that perspective. It's how much you can save in a 3 or 6 month time frame. But not only the cost wise of savings of like $80 or so maximum, but also the cabinet space all around your home. Like you're saving space in your bathroom cabinets, you're saving space underneath your kitchen counters, and from just switching over from multiple products down to one. The other product that I'm going to talk about today is the acne care set. So many people like struggle with acne in for a variety of different reasons. It can be teenagers, women. It can be like due to hormones, be due to work stress, just like physical stress. Like if you're exercising and you're outside, it could be environmental stress. The acne care set, though, so it's a 4-step system, and the foaming cleanser, and it's one of only a couple systems that Atomy has that actually has a cleanser in with the entire system itself. But the foaming cleanser contains 1.8% of salicylic acid, and what this is, it is the active ingredient that helps heal blemishes, and it really cleans your pores. The toner, or astringent, that contains calamine. So it's naturally going to have like a light pink coloring to it. So you do want to shake up that whole bottle like when you first receive it before its first use, because that will settle a little bit. But what calamine does, it is the active ingredient that really helps calm, soothe, and reduce inflammation. The AC solution. So this is probably, out of all of the things here in the system, it is my favorite, and it is the one that my whole family still uses on almost a daily basis. It is really has a refreshing citrus scent. It is 80% natural components in it. And what we really like about it is it does not sting when you use it. I know when I was a teen and the skincare systems that were around then, whenever I might use like a toner and then go with like their solution, it was always sting and it made me not want to use it. And then the last step here is the serum. And the serum is what helps repair the skin and heal your skin tissue. So even if you have like old acne scars, the serum will help rejuvenate your skin and help those be a lot less noticeable. Mhm. So some features of the acne system. So everything, all four components of it, it is really a one-stop shop for your skincare, your acne care needs. All the ingredients, as with all anatomy products, the ingredients are patented functional ingredients that they really make sure that they're scientifically proven and they're so they do what they do, what it says it's going to do, and you're going to get the results that you're expecting. I know that's one thing a lot of people struggle with, is there's so many different products that are out there on their shelves that you don't know which ones are best. You don't know if ones that are more expensive are actually going to do what they say they do or how fast they're going to work. I know myself when I was younger, it seems like we all want like results super quick. So it's like if I wasn't getting that, the motivation would run out and I would stop using skincare stuff, it's acne things as a teenager. And I didn't like that. So that's one reason I really like the Atomy acne stuff is because you see results quick for most everybody, depending on the severity of the skin you might have. And it's really gentle, and everything in here, it's really gentle. It's not irritating. You're not gonna feel extra itchy after. It's not gonna dry out your skin like a lot of other products do. And here's a table of some clinical test results between like before and then 2 weeks after and 4 weeks after of those that use the acne system. They noticed the rate of the sebum, which is the oil that your skin produces, decreased 30% in a month frame. The overall like skin roughness or the softness of their skin improved by 18%. And then their number of recurring like heads they may have been experiencing in 1 month decreased by 21%. So a little bit on the ingredients here. There in the AC solution, there is 10 types of botanical ingredients, and all of those are to help relieve irritation, inflammation, and increase your moisture of your skin. Everything is meant to be really soothing. And here's those individual ingredients that they use. You can take a look at those a little bit. And this is how it comes packaged. So one thing that I know a lot of our members are slows and one thing we were really impressed with right off the bat was how well Academy packages it. Everything does come with its own like seal. So you know everything hasn't been tampered with, it's ready to go. And they always include a really detailed information booklet as well. And using this system, pretty straightforward. Start with the foaming cleanser and wet skin. Then you want to shake that toner first time you use it to really mix up that calamine and use that with a cotton pad. The AC serum, you can put that on individual spots that might need attention, or you can also mix it in with the serum and put it all over your face for an all over effect. Now, here are some before and after pictures of my kids. So this is our daughter, and this was her result after her first week of using the acne care system. And really see the improvement of her acne spots on her forehead and her nose. This is our older son. You can see his improvement after 1 week as well. Some improvement on his individual like problem spots. And then this is our daughter after 1 full month. So you can just see like her confidence really improved over that month frame. she still is having really good improvement on her forehead and her nose. She did have a little recurring acne spots, but not as bad as she was having before. And they weren't as irritating for her skin before. So she wasn't wanting to try to like look at them as much. And just overall, like a lot less oil and a lot more skin clarity.